It is time for Strawberry Festival 2021, getting back at it. And boy, it really is fantastic to have live music at the Lane Place. And with us right now, one of the acts that will be there, one of the entertainers, Abbie Thomas. Abbie, how are you today?
Good, thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Now, Abbie, tell us your story. You attended Crawfordsville High School and graduated from there. That was a few years ago, and now you're back on the stage at the Strawberry Festival. First time playing at the festival, but give us your background and your connection to Crawfordsville.
Yeah, so my family moves around a lot, and so we moved to Crawfordsville. It would have been my junior year of high school, so 2002, and so I graduated from Crawfordsville, played on the basketball and the soccer team. I actually, after college, came back for about 2 years and coached. So I was a cross-country coach at Crawfordsville High School for a minute, so that was really fun. And my dad was a minister in the area. He just recently retired. He was a minister at Woodland Heights. And so I would sing like at church and worship team a little bit, but I usually just played for myself and never really did anything with it. And a few years ago, I finally got the guts to play at an open mic in Goshen, Indiana, which is where I call home now. And ever since I played at that first open mic, it was like December of 2018, things just took off very quickly, and had some really great musician friends in the area that took me to their shows and let me play, their breaks. And now I'm booking my own shows and releasing my debut album tomorrow. So it's very cool. It was a very unexpected change, but very welcomed because it's something that I've always wanted to do.
I'm sure a lot of people said, Woodland Heights, that's right, the church on the east side. And the album is called Who I Am. Give us the details on the album and how did the songs come about? How many of them did you write?
So, yeah, when it came down to deciding, hey, I'm actually going to put music out, I have just notebooks beyond notebooks of songs that I've written over the years, and originally thought I was going to do probably a 6 or 7 song EP, and brought in one of my friends that I trusted, and I sat down and I played through about 20 songs, and he's like, Abbie, you need to do an album. So we narrowed it down to 13, and I wrote all of them, lyrics, music, everything, and then recorded everything locally here in Goshen. That was a blessing in itself because I am independent, and I had my first baby last year. Traveling and with COVID would have made it very difficult to record anywhere else. And the best part about it is I didn't really need to. The people that I really wanted to work with ended up being close to home. So the album, we called it Who I Am because we were sitting down and talking about the songs that we had narrowed it down to, that we felt made a complete story. And we were sitting there, and Elijah, the producer on the album, he was like, well, when you're going to talk about the album, what are you going to tell people about? I was like, honestly, these songs are who I am. They're a collection of experiences that I have gone through in song story form, basically. So that's kind of how we ended up with the title.
And again, that comes out tomorrow. And how do folks get the album?
They can get it on all the streaming platforms like Apple Music and Spotify. If they want a physical version of it, I am selling CDs through the website because I know some people still like to jam in their car to a CD. You can also order the digital version on my website as well, which is abbiethomasmusic.com.
And looking at your bio, you were born in California?
I was, yeah. When I say we moved a lot, it's an understatement.
It's a long way.
Yeah.
What do you remember from California, or did that influence your music at all?
You know what? We left when I was really little.
Got it.
So I would say there's probably not really any influences other than some of my favorite musicians, are from California. So, I'm a really big Tori Kelly fan. I know she's from, the L.A. area. But I personally don't remember any of it, unfortunately.
Well, let's go through the musical background. You play the piano and the guitar, is that correct?
I do, yeah. I say that I try to play the guitar. I'm better at the piano.
So the piano is kind of your home base, yeah. Singer-songwriter, you take your experiences and put them into into music. Is that how it really goes, or are there some songs that maybe are not related to you personally?
I would say every song on the album is related to me personally. I would say most of the songs are based in truth and real life experiences. They might not necessarily be about one person in particular. It might be about, 4 different people. And then it just kind of gets edited down so that it's a cohesive story, if that makes any sense. A couple of them are about family members. So it's a very personal album. There are a couple really fun songs on there, too, as well. So a lot of them, this sounds terrible, but some of them I would say are like kind of, they're not depressing because I try to put a positive spin on some of them, but they're really deep, if that makes any sense.
The album, very personal and some depth there, and we will enjoy seeing some of those songs tomorrow at the Strawberry Festival.
Yes, for sure. I'm going to do a mix of some of my favorite covers and songs from the album, so it'll probably be about 50-50 covers to originals.
And I got to say, we talked earlier, some of the influences go back to Karen Carpenter, the Beatles, and then on into current times of Norah Jones and John Mayer. So give us your influences as far as music goes.
Yeah, so my parents were big Beatles fans. That's kind of how I started learning the guitar, because my dad would play Beatles songs when we were at home. And my mom was a singer, and she loved Karen Carpenter, and so that's who we listened to in the car. So those were my first initial introductions to music. And then as I grew up, I discovered who I really personally liked and connected with, and Lauryn Hill. When she was in Sister Act 2, the movie, that's when I decided I wanted to be a singer.
Mm-hmm.
So she was a really big influence musically on me. And then I really connected with, John Mayer. I mean, no one can touch John Mayer's guitar skills. He's the standard. But as far as, sonically, I just love his music and his lyrics, and really connect with that. And then I have found just within the last few years, as I'm writing, especially on the piano, I've been able to touch a little bit on jazz, just a little bit. It's not full-on jazz by any means, but I think it's just got a little bit of that flavor. So vocally, I've got a little bit of R&B. Musically, it's definitely singer-songwriter with a little bit of jazz every once in a while. So it's a pretty cool mix as far as what has ended up on the album.
Well, very good. And you're going to be in Crawfordsville, Indiana on album release day, playing at Strawberry Festival. Your set will start at 4 o'clock. And I'll ask you, what are you looking most forward to as far as playing at Strawberry Festival 2021?
Oh, my goodness. I am excited about 2 things. It's going to be nice to play somewhere familiar. I don't get to come back to Crawfordsville very often, but my parents live there, so it's going to be great to spend time with some family and see some old friends. And the second thing is getting Dippin' Dots ice cream.
Yes, yeah. We will talk to you tomorrow at Strawberry Festival. Best wishes in your preparation for the set tomorrow at 4, and we hope the album sells well for you.
Thank you. I very much appreciate it.
That is Abbie Thomas, and she'll be performing at Strawberry Festival again, 4 o'clock on Friday.